Metallica, Whiskey in the Jar on 107.8 Academy FM, just approaching 25 past 8. It gives me great pleasure to welcome along from the Netherlands, Thomas Zwijsen. Welcome along, Thomas. How are you?
Hey, thank you very much. I'm absolutely fine, thanks.
Good. Glad
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Glad to hear it.
Great.
You've been a very busy man. 2012's been, like I said, been very busy for you. So what have you been up to this year? Tell us all about what's been going on.
Well, yeah, it's really a lot. I've been, of course, on tour with Blaze Bayley and made an album with him. And then I've made my own album as well. Been on tour with my own project, supporting Maiden United.
Of course.
And did an acoustic EP with Blaze Bayley as well.
Fantastic. You have been a very busy man.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and I forgot to mention an acoustic tour with Blaze, actually.
Of course, yeah. I remember that. I watched some of the videos. You played some really good numbers there.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll have a chat about that in a minute, actually. But yes, go back to the Blaze Bayley tour for a sec. So, what happened there? Did you get a call? Did you just get the call from Blaze one day out of the blue and just said, "Hey Tom, I'd like you to come on tour with me," sort of thing, or? How did that occur?
Yes, I got a call from Blaze, but not totally out of the blue, because I invited him as a guest on my Nylon Maiden album to sing The Clansman with me, and just by pure coincidence, his wife lives very close to my place. So I got a chance to pick him up over there in Belgium, drive him to the studio in Holland, get to know him a little bit in the car, because it was like a 3-hour drive. And we talked about acoustic music and everything, and a few days later he phoned me and said, yeah, it was nice working with you in the studio, and can you come to England for an album? Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic! Wow.
So I said yes, of course.
Of course. I can't. You'd have been a fool if you'd have turned it down. Let's face it. I'm really glad you didn't, though, because I enjoyed watching you on tour. I really wish I'd have come to some of the shows. Fortunately,
Well, you've got a second chance. We will be back in the UK a lot next year.
Of course, that's going to be absolutely fantastic as well. I mean, so yeah, next year you've got in fact, actually, let's go to Nylon Maiden as it goes. So Nylon Maiden, you've your own album. It's like classical. You've arranged your own covers of Iron Maiden tracks, and you've been doing this for, I think it's about 5 years now. You started on YouTube or something like that. Why don't you explain to us how all of your your compositions came about, and how this album came about essentially?
Well, yeah, it was actually, I was studying classical guitar at the conservatoire, is the English word, I think. So the academy, basically. And, I've always been an Iron Maiden fan, and I loved Iron Maiden more than anything else, actually. But I also loved the classical guitar, so I arranged Wasted Years was the first one for classical guitar, and put it on YouTube, and I got an overwhelming reaction, actually, like many comments and views, and everybody said, yeah, you should make more, so I did some more, and then they said you should make an album, so I thought, yeah, why not, actually?
Yeah, it was a good idea. I mean,
it's really thanks to YouTube, and thanks to the people on YouTube.
Of course, I mean, they can be a lovely bunch at times, and they can be real, they can be a right pain at the other times, but of course you've received,
Yeah, but I'm very lucky with my following on YouTube, apparently.
Well, yes. So I see. I mean, everyone seems to love you on YouTube. I can't think of a reason. Yeah. I can't think of a reason why they wouldn't, to be honest. But yeah, it's been it's been absolutely fantastic. I look at your compositions and I just think, yeah, I might be able to do that one day when I'm about 50. So what's Blaze like to work on tour then? Was he a funny guy or?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And especially on the acoustic tour, it was. More relaxed because there was no stress of a whole band and not so much like we didn't have the van and all the problems around it, just the car and two of us. And he was like a stand-up comedian on the stage and also off the stage, actually. Yeah. It was great, absolutely great.
Well, he's a funny guy. We've had him on air a couple of times before, and it's been a pleasure to interview him as it is to you. Well, I was going to say, yeah. What was the acoustic tour like then? Because you played a few UK dates. I think it was it 5 days your UK tour? Or was it a bit long?
I think we had I don't exactly remember because it's not long ago at all, but it feels very long ago because of this busy year. But I think it was about 8 dates or something in the UK. And a few in Scotland and a few in England.
Well, all of it was fantastic. I mean, I saw Blaze and he was interacting with the crowd, and I just thought. It's just sort of amazing. I mean, obviously a lot less workload because I know that in the in the European tour and off to Russia that you did, or wherever it was, that you were sort of lugging your own equipment around, and it saved a lot of money, but it must have just been a right pain in the foot.
Yeah, it was. The King of Metal tour was very heavy because we had no crew, so we were driving ourselves, and especially for me it was quite difficult because it was an English van, of course, with the steering wheel on the wrong side.
Oh yes,
but of course I got used to it.
Yeah, well,
so we drove ourselves. We were the roadies, we were the sound guys, we were everything actually. So yeah.
No, good on you. I probably wouldn't be able to do that. I like doing the workload, but the packing and unpacking it's just a bore. Mind you, I suppose you must have got used to it after a while. So
to be honest, I totally hated really a lot. We had some, of course we were 5 of us in the band, so it was doable, of course, and we were all helping each other out. So yeah.
Well, good old.
But still, I would prefer a big crew, of course, next time.
Oh, of course. Who wouldn't? Let's face it. Well, you could always call Stephen the lads up and see if you can get some of their crew to come in and give you a hand.
Yeah. Well, we already use this studio, so I think it's,
Well, you use his studio. Blimey.
Asking him for a favour again.
Yeah. So you used his studio. Blimey. Did you actually meet the big guy, or was it just a sort of?
I met everybody in his family except him. Yeah.
Oh well, that's a shame.
Because he wasn't home. Yeah. So.
Oh well, maybe you can get his number.
But the great thing is, I did meet Tony Newton over there, who's working as a sound engineer for Maiden.
Oh, fantastic!
And he's the bass player of an English band called Voodoo 6, and he plays bass on my album.
Oh, fantastic!
So that's cool.
That's brilliant to hear.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nylon Maiden.
Great bass player, actually.
Yeah. As you said. So Nylon Maiden, you've just released it. Well, yeah, I think you just released it anyway.
I think the first people are getting the album today, actually.
Oh wow! There you go.
From the pre-orders. So I got some nice comments on Facebook and Twitter today, like I've got your album. So.
Well, there's good timing.
Just released, actually. Yeah.
Well, there's good timing. So. And has it received positive views? Have you exceeded the number of units sold per se? Have you sold more than you expected to sell, or?
Yeah, because we did kind of a risky thing, because we said we will put the names in the booklet of all the people who pre-ordered before the 20th of November or something like that. So if it would be like just 5 people, it would look really sad, of course.
Well,
but we've got about 200, and then it kept on going, of course. So it goes very well, yeah.
Oh wow, that's fantastic. I mean, I'll have to get my copy shipped over soon. To be honest with you. Speaking of Nylon Maiden, you sent me one of your singles, "The Evil That Men Do." I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a bit of a play of that. Play that on air. It's an instrumental piece, and then we'll come back to you, speak to you about your tour next year and all the gear that you're using and so on. If that's cool with you.
Interesting. Okay, fine. Yeah.
Fantastic. Right, Thomas. We will come back to you straight after this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is "The Evil That Men Do" by Thomas Zwijsen. Thomas Zwijsen on 107.8 Academy FM from his brand new album Nylon Maiden. Absolutely love that one. Thomas, fantastic to have you along. Great song. Really enjoyed that composition.
Thank you.
I hope you didn't hear my singing.
It was great.
Oh, well, thank you very much. You're too kind. So you're on tour next year in support of you're doing a Nylon Maiden tour essentially. Why don't you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, I'm at the moment touring with Maiden United. That's a Dutch all-star tribute band to Maiden with members from Within Temptation and Arion. Like Damien Wilson is the singer from England, actually.
Oh, right.
But I'm supporting, so I play my own stuff. And when this tour is finished, I continue with Blaze to South America. Actually, it's just Brazil, to be honest.
Oh, brilliant.
In January. And then we go to England, all over Europe, till the end of April.
Sounds like
then we have a little break. And then we go to Australia.
Oh, blimey. Sounds like you're going to be a very busy man the first half of 2012 at least.
Yeah.
2013, rather.
On all the shows, I'm playing the support act myself and the main act with Blaze, so it's kind of a Nylon Maiden and Blaze tour for me. It's both. So
you're going to need a new pair of hands by the end of next year.
I do, yeah. I tried the same concept on the acoustic tour, and it was like, on last show in London, I was about 3 hours on the stage in a row, so it's quite heavy. But
I struggle with an hour sometimes. That's mad, 3 hours. Oh, dearie me. You must have to do some serious prep for that. But
well, yeah, not really, actually.
Oh, really? Blimey. Well, it sounds like you enjoy your work. So, I mean, as long as you enjoy your work,
I love it.
You might as well do a job that you love. I mean, you know, as you might know, I'm a musician myself. I play guitar. You might have seen on my Facebook.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Facebook profile. I don't nowhere near as good as you,
Of course.
but you nowhere near as good as you. But you know. It's fantastic to see someone that's, you know, actually really doing successfully in music. Because most people I see on on my Facebook.
I think the most fun job you can imagine, actually. So.
Well, exactly. I mean, I couldn't think of a better job. Just, you know, going touring in different countries, just playing to crowds. You know, that's, as a musician, that's sort of what you get the buzz from, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. The only thing is, I would love to see more of all the countries, you know, because it's so fast. We arrive, we play, and we go. Unless we have a day off, but it doesn't happen so often, actually.
No, it's a shame, but, you know.
But I would love to stay everywhere, you know, for a few days, like.
Stay and explore the country, sort of thing. Tour. Yeah, that sounds like my kind of tour. I might have to join you on that one.
If you ever manage to book a tour like this, I'm in.
Yeah, you'll be the first person to know, I can assure you. So last year with your Blaze Bayley tour, I'm really interested because I'm a gearhead basically. I love knowing what people what sort of guitars, amps, pedals, all of that sort of thing.
You mean on the electric or on the acoustic tour?
Well, both really. If you can remember all of it off the top of your head, what did you use on the electric tour?
I'm in my gear room at the moment, so it's very easy for me. I'll just describe what I see. I used a very big Eugene Kettner amp on the electric tour.
So I saw
the Triumph.
The massive one, yeah.
Yeah, with the blue lights, you know, the...
Oh, yes, the one that I envy so much. I want that one.
It's really great. You should get it. It's amazing.
Well, if you can get me the money for it, then I'll get it.
Well, I got it second hand, actually, so it's absolutely fine. And the guitars, of course, are Fender guitars, Strats.
Very young cast there. I like that.
Yes. And not so many effects, because it's too much work to take so many effects. And we play, you know, Blaze Bayley songs, Maiden songs. It's very clear. It's lead or not lead, you know. So
yeah, I know what you mean.
Didn't need too many effects.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because I'm not a big fan of using effects, because I just think I've got to carry this pedal board around with me, you know. I just, you know, a bit, maybe a wah chorus, a bit of a delay if needed, and, you know, I find that's all I need. So what about you?
The only thing I used was a delay, to be honest.
I see. Very interesting.
Yeah, and now on the acoustic tour, I just got a new endorsement with Ortega guitars. It's a German brand. And they are very great, I must say.
Fantastic. Are they the ones we see on
so
your...
I'm going to use them.
Oh, fantastic.
Sorry?
Are they the ones we see on your videos? The ones that you used on the tour last year? Is that a different model?
Those are Martinez. That's another brand, which is also great. And that's, a very strange model without a sound hole in the front. You know, it's great to use live. So I'm going to keep on using that one, of course, as well.
Of course. I mean,
so basically I have about 4 guitars that I will take on tour in the next few months, I think.
Well, I mean, 4 guitars is better than the however many Iron Maiden have. So, I mean, I don't envy their road crew at all. They must have the mother and father.
Yeah.
They have got a jet to fly themselves around in, or plane, or whatever you want to call it. So, I suppose that must take some of the workload off. But yeah,
I'm very jealous, actually.
Yes, we'd all like a plane to fly around in. Good old Air Force One. I saw Maiden. Have you seen Maiden live yet?
Of course, I think I've seen him 16 times.
What? Oh, you completely outdone me there. When was that? How old were you when you first saw them then?
The first one, that must be the Give Me Ed Till I'm Dead tour, I think.
2005.
2002 or something.
2002, 2005. One of them. Blimey. 60. I can't
and I went to as many shows as possible. Last year I went to Spain and to Austria and to Holland and to Belgium to see the Final Frontier World Tour.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, like I said...
And, of course, I'm going again this summer a few times.
Oh, of course. I was going to say, they were doing the Made in England sort of revival tour, if you like.
Yes,
which
yes.
I'm so jealous to see. They're playing once in the UK next year, and I'm literally going to be begging my father to get me some tickets.
Download Festival, I guess.
Yeah, Download Festival, and as you said...
Yeah, I think I'm going too, actually.
Oh my goodness! Seriously? Oh, they got to start giving you backstage passes soon. That'd be cool.
I can at least try, of course.
Yes. Oh, see, I've seen them once. I saw them at the O2. Was it August the 6th last year?
Cool.
Fantastic. Yeah, I was quite far up, but it was just the most insane experience. I don't think there's another band that plays like them. I think they're absolutely fantastic. So
it's amazing at their age, especially.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say they're all in their 50s. Nico's approaching; he's very close to 60, I believe. And I can't believe that they're running around like 25-year-olds on stage, like they were 20, 30 years ago. It's unbelievable. So
yeah, it must be a healthy lifestyle, probably.
Well, I would imagine so, more so than a certain band called Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, exactly. Not my favourite band, actually.
I can imagine why. So yeah, I think that must just about wrap it up. It's blimey, it's approaching 8:45. I'm going to have to crack on with things. But Thomas, it's been an absolute pleasure to interview. Thank you for coming on air. Thank you for sharing some of your wisdom, and letting us play some of your tracks on there. I'll have a chat with you very quickly. Once we're done with this.
All right.
But yes, thank you once again for coming along.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
And I hope to see you at one of the gigs in the UK, February, because we have many.
Well, I would love to come along. If I can try and arrange something, believe me, I will be there. Have a very Merry Christmas and a great New Year. And I will...
Thank you very much.
And I will speak to you afterwards. Anyway, going to take you.
All right. Cheers.
This one's for my old man. This is Derek from the Dominoes. Layla, ladies and gentlemen, that was Thomas Zwijsen. What a fantastic guy. Anyway, let's crack on with it.